This is the Global Economic Commodities Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by our Bentley roll-off trailer and open-top trailer, September 14th, 2020. U.S. weekly steel production rose to 1.428 million tons, a multi-month high, as the U.S. economy continues its slow growth. Crude oil price fell to $37.33 a barrel, a multi-month low on slow demand increases, good supply, and high inventories. The U.S. oil rig count fell to 180, near a 10-year low, down a huge 88.8% from the 2014 high. This is a massive loss of high-wage jobs. U.S. weekly oil production fell to 10.3 million barrels a day, a 2.5-year low on the same slow demand increases and high inventories. The U.S. OPEC cuts have not been enough to get to $60 a barrel or more. Scrap steel number one HMS export buying price Philly rose to $225 a gross ton, a multi-month high on increased global and U.S. demand. Scrap steel number one HMS price settled at $245 a gross ton, a multi-month high on increased U.S. and global demand as well. Supply is up, so October's upward price pressure may be minimal. Hot-rolled coil steel rose to $27.65 a hundredweight, a multi-month high on tight supplies and scrap metal and iron ore increases. Copper price fell to $3.04 a pound, near the multi-year high on slow demand increases and good supply. The high copper price is a very, very positive global economic indicator. Aluminum price fell to 78.7 cents, near a multi-month high, leaving out spikes on slow demand increases and good supply. The Eurozone, about the size of the U.S., had its July's industrial production rise to negative 7.7% versus last year. This was better than forecast, so that's good news. U.S. coal mining jobs rose to 45,700, but near a 100-year low, down from 51,000 about 4 years ago. The explosion of high-wage clean coal jobs has not happened. The U.S. IBD TIPP Economic American Public Optimism Index fell to 45, where negative is less than 50, and that's for the 6th consecutive month. Issues were COVID's toll on the labor market, and more are pessimistic about federal economic policies and personal financials. U.S. bankruptcies in August rose to almost the highest since 2013, even though there has been about $3.3 trillion of government stimulus. Importantly, though, more borrowing and stimulus is needed. U.S. inflation rose to 1.3%, with core inflation up to 1.7%, and that's what excludes food and energy. This is the highest since March. Drivers where cars and trucks were up and energy and clothing fell. Note the government's target is 2% average. 30-year mortgage rates fell to 2.86, a historic low. Save money by refinancing your mortgage. This would be a major opportunity to boost the economy. U.S. initial unemployment claims were steady at 884,000. Good is under 300,000. The positive news is this was 2 weeks under 1 million for the first time since March. Note, this chart goes back to 1965. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 467 points to 27,666. There is concern about the divergence of Wall Street versus Main Street, as needed government-added stimulus remains elusive as bankruptcies increase. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions. We hope all have a safe and profitable week.